This is round 2 for Mercy's second recording for the Atmega 2560. Finally recoded to handle the buffered input, the 64 bytes coming in. And it does it a lot better, a lot faster. I haven't seen any issues as far as processing when it comes to the data coming from UDP and being pushed to serial. It has a pretty fast catch-up rate, you know what I'm saying. And just getting everything properly to show up on the display. And that was the pain in the butt, but, you know, hey, what they say, the guy you could say that you could flash these 100,000 times. So, needless to say, I got the Atmega 2560 talking to that LCD. If we get the SPI, you can see we don't have that many wires. You know what I'm saying? Ground, power, and 3 wires for communication. That's awesome. That display is absolutely beautiful. Like I said, I'm here with the Golf 650 doing, you know, circle rounds, you know, testing it, as you can see. So that's what I've been doing here this afternoon. Finally getting it recoded. Like I said, the Golf 650, it's a nice one, like I said. Higher RPM on the engines. But no problem as far as getting the data to display properly and process properly to the display from Xplane 1150, or 1155, sorry. Using the UDP out, no plug-in required. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about it, no plug-in required. That's why I did this adventure, no plugins required. There's plugins to get, you can put in and configure, but this is, I think, is a smarter, faster method, well, efficient method. Especially if you're looking for hobbies and stuff of that nature, and you can see that one runs faster than this. You know, when they say these things run slow, the 2560s, they're right. So that's why I had to recode it for taking and handling everything in one-line buffering, one-line buffers. Versus that was fast enough, I could process the serial information being fed to it quickly enough. The Nano, like I said, I had to remove the LEDs on the aftermarket Nano revision 3, and it works fine. You know, 2 million bits per second, so no issues there. That's a ADC, 12-bit ADC that I got working with it here lately too. But no, giving you the behind the scenes on the Atmega 2560. Finally, like I said, after 48 hours, finally got it coded properly to where it's talking to the SPI as far as SPI and have the data come out properly. Beforehand, the buffer was filling up too fast on the Atmega because it wasn't fast enough, the 2560. So I was like, well, hell, how do I handle this buffer then, you know? I was, you know, too much information, you know, for the Atmega to handle. In other words, it was handling it a lot differently. And plus that, you know, how does it sit idle? And that was the very first problem I had when I first made these, was when you just sit and you don't do anything, gibberish would start showing up on the screen. Nowadays, you know, I haven't seen anything like that. And that is cool to be able to run one of those. But, like I said, trying to keep the video short and sweet. The SPI, or the 74HC 595, running the 20x4 LCD. And it just helps when you're flying, because, you know, when you're flying in third-person perspective, you can look down and the information that you need to see is right there, easily readable. I mean, you might, if you're an older person, you might have to have glasses, but no, it's pretty. You could always put magnifiers up, you know, in front of them to make them larger. But no, it's plenty. Let's put it that way as far as flying, and that's what I got it for. And that was original. That was the original reason I got the Arduinos, because I was trying to configure this. They said you could run it straight to the Arduinos, but to me that just takes the fun out, because you can't move it around, you know what I'm saying? 5 wires is a lot easier to move than, you know, having to move 8 wires plus, you know, all the, you know, you're looking at what, 10 wires, 12 wires, you could count it, to run from there to there, you know, to run a LCD display, and I'm doing it with 5. I think that's awesome. You know, this has been a long-term goal of mine, to get especially the Atmega 2560 talking to that LCD, and finally in September of 2021 accomplished. And like I said, fastest bit rate between 2. If you do the reset pin, you pin the reset on the boards to ground on both. You can turn them into UARTs. Fastest speed attained 2.4 million bits per second. As far as when you pin the Nano, when you pin the reset to ground, and you pin the Arduino Uno to ground, as far as its reset to ground, and you can see how you can communicate back and forth between the TX and RX UART. And like I said, the fastest speed I've been able to get is 2.4 mil. So just in case you were wondering, so like I said, there's a Nano, Uno, Mega. Thank you, Betty. Finally, like I said, mission accomplished when it comes to getting it taken care of on Xplane. Like I said, Xplane, very few plugins on it to keep it very fast and efficient. And now being able to have the speed down there, and fly with Lou is awesome. So no, I gotta say, mad props to that on this Arduino adventure. That's what I wanted to do it for, was because, hey, I wanted to get this done a long time ago, but the airplanes in our small town won't leave us alone, so that's why I do all the airplane tracking. Airplane tracking. Airplane tracking, right? Is that big enough? Sorry for the refresh rate, but it was bearable. Right on, right? That's Phoenix traffic. So, like I said, I don't quit my day job, and I do this as far as a hobby, because I did electronics for a good long time. Shift registers were always a fascination, and being able to use one of these and get the information out of Xplane into an LCD is just phenomenal. So anywho, don't want to babble on for too long and brag about it, but like I said, I had goals and missions. Once I had certain stuff done and out of the way, this is stuff I was going to partake in. Yeah, that's a UART, generic, CP2102 UART sticking out of the foam right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hang on. Right there. UART. Oop, didn't like that. It said, hey, brightness. And I use that for troubleshooting stuff. That'll be used on the that little W95 box. But so needless to say, yeah, hobbyist, and this is awesome. Be able to sit and follow along with that. Yeah, and the bottom left number is the altitude, bottom right number is the command throttle. In other words, how much you're putting on it. Proper RPM kicks butt. Miles per hour versus the knots. Awesome. Anywho, like I said, finally, with the Atmega 2560. Like I said, it's not a very fast unit as far as head unit, but got the job done. Peace out. Go watch the Red Green Show. Ciao.